Hey, it's Larry back again, Worlds of Panasonic. And I know in my last video I said I was going to talk about my DVD player, but kind of decided I'm going to talk about this Technics RS-B965 cassette deck because I had ordered a new tape for it. And it's a TDK Pro SM60 Studio cassette. A little bit about the tape. I recently had found out that TDK had got bought out back in the day, and so this is probably not actually manufactured by the old company TDK as we know, but hopefully it will still have the same, still have the same quality sound. Find out after I record. But about the deck, the other tape deck I have, which is the RS-B965, I will tell you more about it when I get to it later on when I'm doing a review of it. I had bought brand new in '87, and it was top of the line deck then, and have a little story to go along with it. But this one was around a '92, top of the line, 3-head, Dolby B, Dolby C, and DBX. Now DBX. A lot of people don't like DBX, but I love DBX. DBX doesn't only reduce your tape hiss by like 30%, it extends the dynamic range to 110 decibels. So giving you CD quality sound. This deck has, of course, manual bias and level adjustments, so you can fine-tune your tape to the deck to get your best performance. Even has a CD direct input in the back, in case you wanted to run a CD player directly to it, which is supposed to give even better quality. I've never tried that, but that's what the owner's manual stated. And I bought this deck in 2018 from eBay. The only problem was, excuse me, the only problem was, got it home after I ordered it, and it worked that night, which was like it was on Friday. And the next morning it was dead. It wouldn't play, it wouldn't rewind. Didn't know what was wrong with it. It worked one night, basically. And I paid $349 for it. Now, you might think that's an awful lot, but these decks, they're pretty sought after, and they were even expensive when they were new. And so I decided, well, I'll find a place to see what I can get it repaired. And I found a place in Tennessee called High Tech and sent it to them, and they had it for a while. Whoever had it was a smoker. I think it came from Florida, and it had nicotine all in it. It was in bad shape. They cleaned it. They replaced a few parts, did some adjustments and stuff, and the little plastic gear in there had broke. That's what was causing it not to play, rewind, or fast forward. They were notorious for that. I don't know why Technics used that. Maybe they had to use plastic. They couldn't use metal or anything like that, but that was a problem. Anyway, it cost me $366 repair bill. And I've not used it a whole lot since I've had it back because I do a lot of CD recording. But recently, I'm going to start using it a little bit, keep it running because it's not good to let your equipment sit. I like this deck. The only thing I can't understand about this deck compared to my other deck, the 905, when using a chrome tape, which is what this tape is, it's a chrome CR02 tape, you can record up to 8 dB with DBX. Now on this deck, it tells you not to go any higher than 5 dB, which is kind of odd, but this deck does have two different level settings. You have one level setting and another one that's supposed to be more accurate for recordings, but yeah, it's in pretty good shape. There's a few scratches here and there. Right on the front panel, I don't know if you can even see it. Well, no, you're not going to. You might see it right there in the corner. There's a scuff, and I've tried to get it off, and I can't get it off. It's just on the glass or whatever, that cover there. It has the, of course, automatic door that drops down. And that is sometimes that door, which is kind of odd because they said they replaced the belt to the door and lubricated it on the repair bill, but sometimes when I press the open for the door to drop down, the door won't come down. I have to kind of reach up and touch the corner. And it could just be where it's just been sitting. Like I said, it's not good to let stuff sit. And so I'm going to start trying to use it more often to keep it up and running and everything. But I like this deck. I don't know. I've got a lot, like I said, I got a lot invested in it. But back in the day, man, I made a lot of tapes before CD, recording CDs. I started making CDs because I had a cassette player in my car, which also had DBX, which really made it sound great in the car. But, yeah, basically that's about it for this deck. I've seen them on eBay. So they've got some decks selling for over $1,000 now. Not this particular model, but they had a model called a RS-B965, which was before even the 905. And for some odd reason, people seem to think it's the best that Technics made. I always kind of thought this was a more modern and would be better, but those things are selling outrageously for those, But if you get a chance to get you one you want for a tape deck, they really record good. They're a nice looking deck. They also made this deck in champagne gold, which would have been really pretty. Would have kind of matched my DVD player. But I guess that's about it for now on this particular deck. When I get around to the 905, which will be a little while, I have a little backstory to go with it. Joe might enjoy hearing about. So, but I appreciate you listening. Watching my video and, make some comments, subscribe. And, like I said, anytime you're around, you want to come out and check out my system, just let me know. I'm always glad to have company. And until next time, rediscover music with Technics.